Okay, I think I'll just get started. So my name's Janie, and yesterday we did the same session, and we had Sabrina from Magic School. So I've included her email there in case you have any questions for her. She's the rep that works with us. And today for the AI class, we'll be looking at Magic School. Next month will be Notebook LM. Um, anyway, Magic School um, is free. It's like a freemium tool. But I have today in the presentation a code to upgrade your account to the Magic School Plus for like until June 30th. And let's see. Oh yeah. So the first thing we'll do before we get into it is create an account if you haven't used it before. So we'll create an account, we'll look at some tools, and we'll get some time to explore and ask questions. Okay. I've included the link to our PVOSD AI policy in the presentation. Oh, I should put that in the chat. Let me see here. Get the link here for you guys. Okay. Whoops. Done. Okay. Yeah. Last year, Miranda and a group of people, including me, developed like the AI policy for the district, and it's pretty much like opt out. Yeah, like we're trying to embrace AI and just trying to have some guidelines about what is the appropriate use of AI. So making smart decisions about the use of it, how to talk to kids about it. So that's kind of in there. Okay. Let's see, back to here. Okay. So Magic School, it has about 80 tools or more made for teachers where it's kind of like the prompting is done for you. So it gives you a lot of ideas about what you could do with AI. But anything you can do in Magic School, you could do in ChatGPT or Gemini. It just kind of takes the thinking out of it for you. It gives you all these ideas of what you could do. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. I definitely have some favorites, but your favorites I'm sure each one of you will have favorites depending on what you teach. And when there's actually a student facing tool, and when the students log in, if you ever have them use it, this kind of thing pops up where it tells them like, did you know that AI is not always accurate, you shouldn't share your personal information. So I think that's really cool that every time they go in there they see that to remind them, don't AI isn't to do the work for you, it's to help you out and then you do the work. Okay. So anyway, to get started, if you don't already have an account, you could go to this QR code. You can click on the link, or you could just go to magicschool.ai and you just sign up with Google. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes if you haven't done that before. Any questions so far? Oh, is it available in Clever? No, because we haven't adopted it as a district. It's just one of many AI tools out there that you could use if you want. And when students log in, at least on the student side, you just share a link with them and they put in their name. So it makes it really easy to share with them. They don't have to log in with Google. And we'll take a look at that in a bit. Okay. But yeah, signing up just takes a minute or two. It's super quick. Okay. We put this in here yesterday to do like a training course to get the code, but then in the end, Sabrina decided to just give you guys the code. So if you go to the slides, I'll put the slides in the chat one more time, and go to, yes, this link. You'll then get like a web page where it's like to pay for the tool, but instead of entering your credit card info, you on the left side you'll see something about entering the activation code, and it's this winter magic. So let me put that in the chat, and then you'll be upgraded to Magic School Plus. So yeah, with the Plus, you'll be able to do unlimited generation. So you could, generate as many things as you want. And there might be a few extra features, maybe for exporting. I'll just give you guys just a little bit more time. So let me just make sure. I think that was all I wanted to show in this presentation. Yes. Okay. So first I'm going to show you guys the Reina tool and then a couple of tools, and then it'll be your turn to check it out. I also want to show a little bit about the student side. So I'm going to switch over to share this tab. Okay, so you guys should be seeing something like this, your Magic School screen. And just a little bit about the interface. When I go to Magic Tools, that's like the teacher tools, but there's also Magic Student. And so students, there's all these different tools that students could use that you could share with them. When I go to teacher tools, I could just search for a tool here, or on this big list of tools, you can search by category also. So maybe, yeah, like planning or whatever. Once you find one that you like, you can star it, and then that way you could go to your favorites and just see your favorite tools. And you can also create a collection. So maybe you have planning tools that you like, and I don't know, communication tools that you like. So yeah, some of those features are new. Okay, Reina, the Reina tool is kind of like ChatGPT, but for Magic School, and it pulls like data like about teaching. So you can just come here and ask it questions about teaching. Like I, have a rowdy group of fifth graders who swear a lot and they don't know what to do or something. I'm just going to put it in just to see what it says. Let's see. That's it. And then I'll enter, and then it just kind of gives me ideas of things I could do. Draft a one-page expectations letter. But anyway, so that's what Reina is. But on the student side, when they use Reina, it's super cool because, at least for the little ones, they don't have access to ChatGPT, but they all know what it is. So if I go over to Magic Student, you can create a room, and that's where you can share like just one tool with your students, or keep adding one at a time. I would recommend so that they get used to using it, especially for the little ones. But you could create a room and then add tools. So I've created one already, and I could preview it as a student to see what they see, and I could kind of see what all their conversations are and which tools they've been using. It also, if something fishy is happening, it gives me a notification at the top, like, uh-oh, what did they do? So maybe I'll look at Edward, what happened, and then so it flags it here in yellow. Do whales eat humans? So it flagged it for violence. So I would say, oh, this was okay, but I'm glad it warned me that he was asking that. So that's kind of cool about that. And then when you go to manage room, this is where you could add tools. So anyway, I'll show you a little bit about like what Reina looks like for students if you ever want them to use it. Here's that message I was saying that pops up every time for them about AI. So if I go to Reina for students, Here I could just ask it anything. Translate this for me, or why is the sky blue, or anything. And so, like, one of my students asked, why are teachers so bossy? Something like that. And then I thought it was interesting because most of them were asking, like, what do crocodiles eat, or whatever. But it answered him like a teacher would. They're helping everyone, keeping students safe. So I thought that was neat that, it's moderated. Okay, anyway, I'll go back now to my teacher tools. Oh, hold on a second. I'm stuck in this preview. Oh, you guys couldn't see the it was on another tab this whole time. Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, so I did want to show you guys a couple of the tools that I like. One of the ones that I thought was neat was the report card comments. Some tools are better than others. So as you experiment, you'll see that. But this one I thought did a good job. Let's see. I wrote down some comments. So you can kind of just do like stream of thought. So I'll put he, him, and then I put some strengths and some needs. And instead of me spending a lot of time thinking about, oh, how can I nicely say this, I just put in whatever I was thinking, and then it generates like a professional report card comment. He shows a lot of enthusiasm, and I really just put he likes sports and math with no reading and participates. So I thought that was a good tool. Okay, I'm going to go back to tools. Another one that I think might be useful if you're having a hard time finding like stuff for them to read, like maybe you're not finding the right level or the right topic. It has a informational text generator. And again, you could go to ChatGPT and just tell it generate, an article about this or whatever. But here it takes some of the prompting out for you. So I might put a one-page nonfiction, and then you say what your topic is. So I'm going to say about Argentina, and then generate. And so then it gives me an article that I can copy and paste. So you get some more options here at the bottom of what to do. So I can go to export to docs. I can print it out. And then because you guys have the plus, you can keep refining it by adding more here at the bottom. And then even if you don't have the plus, you can take some actions here. Like you could change the length to shorter or longer, or you could summarize. And this is like make it one sentence or one paragraph or bullet points. My students really like this. Like when they get a big wall of text answer from Raina, they like to summarize to one sentence or one paragraph. And then, okay, I'm going to try to show you the student side one more time. I'm going to go to my room, and then this time I'll actually share the right tab. Preview a student. Okay, share this tab instead. Okay, so here's the message they get. Okay, and so let's say I go to Raina and I ask it, what do crocodiles eat, or something. My third graders are not into reading a lot. Like if it's a big wall of text, they will not want to read it all. So one thing they might do is, first of all, you can translate the page at the top to Spanish if you need to. They can translate the message at the bottom. They can translate the output, and they can have it read to them. And also when they're searching, they can record their voice and it types for them. So there's a lot of accommodations. But anyway, here, if this was too much for my student, they're not going to read all this, I can go summarize to a sentence, go, and then have it read to me. Any questions so far? Yes.
If they record their voice, can you like export it to Google or something like that, or does everything have to take place here in the magic school?
Oh, I
I
don't.
want to say bus, but
Yeah, I don't think it actually makes a recording of their voice. It just in the moment does voice to text. Um, okay, so
I have a question.
yeah,
So I was looking at the rubric generator,
yeah.
and I'm trying to get a point scale. It only goes from 1 to 7. Is there a way to increase the points?
Okay.
You can't edit that text box.
In the teacher tools,
Yeah, I believe, yeah.
yeah.
So rubric generator. Um,
Um, point scale. Oh yeah, no, it looks like it maxes out at 7. Um, yeah, unfortunately, it does. I thought it did do a good job of creating a rubric, but there are other rubric generators, like in Google Classroom, the Gemini tools. Have you seen those?
but I have it. I'll take a look.
Yeah,
It created a pretty substantial rubric. It was a good one, but I'd like to work on a 10-point basis. It's easier to grade.
yeah, and if you do use that rubric generator for any tool, it has an exemplar. So if you don't want to think about, oh, what do I type here, you could look at the exemplar to see, well, what kind of thing does this make, just to see really quick, like an example. So this was a ninth grade example, and then this is what it makes, and you can export it. So where was that? Oh, it's not done. So down here at the bottom, unfortunately, I didn't see export to Sheets, which would have been like the most useful if you're going to put it in Google Classroom. But you can export to Docs, and then waiting for it to export. Okay, open. Um, Share this tab. Okay, so then this is what it did. It put it in a doc. And then I could go to my Google Classroom. Okay, so I have this writing assignment in Google Classroom. And then I could go to edit the assignment and go to the add a rubric. And normally I would go import from Sheets because I use Sheets a lot. But here you could go to convert from file, and then there it is. So then I can just add it and save, and it should appear in my students' work. Let's see here, save. So now if I go to student work and go to an assignment, I have the rubric right there. So that's how that works.
Okay, then I can edit it
Oops.
at that point.
Yeah, so if you do like end up using it, you could add it that way.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the tools. Let me see, report card comments, and oh yeah, and then just one other one I liked, or a couple that I'll mention. Magic tools. Okay, was let's see, I got stuck again. Oh, here we go. Share this tab. There's a social media post generator that I thought was very neat. Like if you need help generating, I don't know, some kind of snazzy post for your parent square, or maybe you post in like the school Instagram or something. But like as a tech toast, I got tired of always putting the same thing, like students at such and such school using robots. Or so it like helped me, generate. And so if you do post to social media for your site or parent square, you could put something like that. So I'll see the exemplar here. So anyway, it said reminder for back to school night, and then it gave me like all these different messages I could use, and you could pick the one you like the best. It adds emojis, so it's cute. It makes it like more friendly speech instead of boring. So I like that tool. There's also a text leveler, a translator tool, common misconceptions, and a lot of lesson planning tools like making a lesson plan, like the 5E lesson plan. There's a lot to look at. So with that, I think I covered everything I wanted to show you. Unless there's any questions, I just wanted you to have some time to play. And then at the end, don't go anywhere because I have 2 Starbucks cards to raffle off. So you could buy 1 drink since they're so expensive. So anyway, now's your time to explore. Try to find something you might use or something fun, and let me know if you have any questions along the way. Oh yeah, Pedro, did you want to share anything about the way you used Magic School? I know you were using it last year.
Sure. I used it primarily for giving students feedback in the writing. It was very interesting the way they interacted with it. You know, it's a tool, and I just kind of told them like, hey, here's this tool. You can use it if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. But most of them actually were pretty engaged with it, and actually had some deep conversations. Like some of them, you know, some kids that are, you know, have trouble focusing in class, like they had some deep conversations. But it was really funny how the robot kind of brought it back as if it was a teacher. And I think one of them even asked it, like, are you a teacher?
And that's kind of a good way to teach them to talk to AI, because I know before I told my students that I could see what they were writing. Some of them were like, stop telling me what to do to the AI.
Yeah, and then I had other kids that just, you know, ran with it and they just wanted to improve and were like looking for perfection, which was kind of interesting. And, you know, and the robot itself is kind of like, well, like it doesn't exist type of thing, but you are improving, you know. And some of them were like, oh, well, all right, I think I'm ready to turn it in, and you're, you know, stuff like, do you think this is good enough type of thing, you know. So I just found it interesting, you know, aside from the writing feedback, which is what it's meant for, you know, the other tidbits that you get a little glimpse into each of the kids' mind and what they're thinking. So I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool. It does take time for you to like read through all the comments and whatnot, but now they have this like little generate summary where instead of reading through every single thing, it just kind of tells you how they interacted with it, you know, which is time, like, you know, saves so much time. But yeah, it's a great tool. I really liked it. I'm using it again this year. So
awesome. And if you want to add that tool for your students, it's pretty easy. You can put in a rubric if you want. I just typed in, give them feedback about grammar, spelling, punctuation, and organization. And then, so if my students go to it, they can just paste in their work, and then it gives them some tips. So here's my students' work. So I had them write about their vacation, and then it gives them some feedback. It like pointed out stuff that they wrote about, areas for growth. Try breaking your writing into separate paragraphs. Oh, but I think that's because of the way I pasted it. But yeah, I still haven't tried that with my students, but I did try the research assistant, and they are having a good time with that tool.
I might try that one because we're doing travel articles, like, you know, basically researching stuff. And I'm kind of like, oh man, I'm just going to let you guys go on the web and see what you find type of thing. And it's kind of scary at times, but yeah, the feedback is actually really good because a lot of stuff that I would write, you know, after the whole writing process, like they get instantly. And so, you know, I tell them it's like, you know, this is a tool for you to improve your writing, obviously, and just get better at your craft, you know. And they're just lucky that they get instant feedback. Like that, to me, like that was my number one, like, well, what's the quickest way I can give this back to you? And it also makes it a lot easier to read too when it's when it's time for you to like grade all the essays.
So far, are there any tools that are standing out for you that you might use?
Sure. I made a Jeopardy review game, but I don't know how to download it or how to copy it.
Yes, I tried that out yesterday and I thought it was cool, but I didn't see a way of exporting it in like a way where it would just work. So I was thinking I would app smash it with another website. Let me see where it was. Yeah, I did this Jeopardy review, but then here export to Google Docs. Right, it's not like gonna create like a game. So what I would do, share this tab instead. I would go to flippity.net, and then they have a Flippity quiz show. And if you go to instructions, you make a copy of their template, and then share this tab. So then it gives you this template. So you could copy and paste all the questions that Magic School AI generated for you. You just copy and paste them into each category.
You think if you printed it out and then loaded it in as a Google Doc, do you think that would help? Because I don't have Flippity and all those other things.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess it depends on how you want to play the game with your students. You could definitely print it out and ask them the questions. Flippity just gives like a cool interface. Like this is what it'll look like for the once you finish the game, and then like they could click on a category. So it makes it like look neat, and then you get points. But definitely, optional. Another one I was thinking that I might combine with another tool is in the communication category. There's a lot of like generate an email, generate a letter to parents, generate a letter of recommendation. And it does a good job. But if you want to vary it, I use the exemplar from Email Family. I really like goblin.tools. It has this formalizer tool where you could change the tone of a text that you write. So I could make my letter with AI, maybe edit it a little bit. And then if you go to goblin.tools, you can change the tone to like more professional, more. I usually put, where is it? Sociable, like to be friendlier. And then you could change the intensity. Do you want it really, really friendly or just slightly more than it already is? And then when you convert it, like it generates a new email for you. And you could keep playing with it. So that's another tool you could use in combination. All right. Well, does anyone else have anything they'd like to share? Something that they found useful or something that maybe you didn't like that you like in another website or tool? Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Oh.
Your filter by, how did you get communication? We have categories, favorites, and custom.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Where it's filtered by, there's here this drop down, so you can see instructional materials planning.
Thank you. I didn't drop down far enough.
All right. So the first one. Okay. And the second winner is okay, so Juana and Pedro, I'll be emailing Sabrina from Magic School after this, and she'll be sending you an email with a digital Starbucks card so you can redeem. So congrats.
Awesome. What was the The website you use for the little ball thingy.
Oh, it was. I'll put it in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, it actually has a whole ton of different name choosers. So every time I just have all my students' names in a spreadsheet, and then every time we do a raffle once a week for good behavior, I use a different one.
Cool. Thanks.
Sure. Um, so if you want to, you're free to go. But if you want to stick around, I will be here to answer any questions, and if you want to keep playing with Magic School. At the end of the slide presentation, I put a link to our feedback form. I'm going to put it in the chat also, since it seemed like the links weren't working for some people. If you have any questions, you can email me or dtick@pvusd.net. The coaches can help you with more AI tools or answer any more questions. But yeah, the survey that I linked is actually for the Techtoses, but they put in like a other section where you could put my name on, and then if you want help from them, you could, just put it in the comments. Okay. Oops, did I not put the right link? I think I didn't put the right link. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sure, you're welcome. Bye.
Thank you.